Muchas gracias. Thanks to those joining me live. And to those that'll be joining me on archive, I'm being joined by the one, the only G Funk. You're listening to Hispanics Causin' Panic Volume 1. What's going on, G Funk?
What's up, bro? Hey, man. Glad to be back. We took a little break, but you know what? We're back and we're causing some panic. That's for sure, man.
Right. Absolutely. Mexican Latino Wednesday is now behind us. We had a great run with that, but now it's time to take it to the next level. You know what I'm talking about? Because we're the Hispanics causing panic around this shit. You know what I'm talking about, G-Funk?
That's right. You know what I'm saying? We're the only ones holding it down for the Hispanics here on YouTube, man, in the boxing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So just to, get.
Oh.
What's going on?
Hey, let me tell you something, Did G-Funk get out of here, Get out of here, Holmes, all right? I got to talk with this guy right here real quick,
G-Funk never tells you anything, does he?
I got to talk with this dude real quick, all right?
Yo, what are you doing?
Hey, no, you settle down, G-Funk, all right? You settle down,
On,
Let me tell you something, Let me fix my stash, because I got to look good, Holmes, when I'm here, Let me tell you something,
This is our show, man.
No, this is my show, We're the real, my son, Robert and I, we're the real Hispanics calling panic, Me and my son, We did 4 divisions, 4 divisions we moved up, And we became champions, We're the real, and Juan Lascano, you stole my name, You're no Hispanic causing panic, That's what they call me. I was in the Pinta, Holmes. I was in the barrio, in the streets, They called me that one, That was me, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? D-Style, you know what? D-Style and G-Funk, you guys are the baby nuts this week,
Hey, man.
You two are the baby nuts this week, okay? You two.
Look, he's calling you out. Let me tell you something. Okay, first of all, you tell him, G-Funk. Yeah, you tell him, G-Funk. Look, okay, listen to me, Mr. Guerrero. The only panic you're causing, okay, is a ruckus on this show. All right, and your son, the only thing panic he's causing, okay, is the networks. Okay, when the ratings go down, and nobody wants to see his ass on TV because he hasn't been good in 10 years.
G-Funk, you calm down, G-Funk. You calm down, G-Funk, all right? You calm down, These let me tell you something, You don't want to talk about my son like that, 4 division champion. 4 divisions,
Man,
4 divisions, all right?
Bro.
10 years ago, we just beat Berto. We moved up 2 divisions, beat Berto. And you see the beating we put on that dude from Turkey, The Aydin, whatever his name is.
Everybody's beating up Berto, bro.
We put a beating on him,
Everybody is beating up Andre Berto. Everybody, okay?
What are you talking about? Everybody put a beating on him.
He went up and beat Andre Berto like half a decade ago. Okay.
And Chicken Mayweather, he ran from us, He ran. And he's not a real man. He's a woman beater, And I'm going to tell you, G-Funk, you be quiet, I'm almost done here. All right? D-Style, it's going to be you and me again, I'm telling you, We're the real Hispanics causing panic,
Let me tell you something.
Me and my son, Me and my son, That's right.
You're the Hispanic causing annoyance. What you are, okay? Let me tell you something. I hear G-Funk in the background telling you what's up. It's our show. Okay, that's number one. Okay, but let me just say this to you right now. Okay, Ruben Guerrero. The only reason you're here, okay, the only reason anybody cares is for you to give us your baby nuts of the week. So who is it, Mr. Guerrero? Who's your baby nuts of the week? Is it just some other random fighter out there, Andy Ruiz? You know, who is it? I want to know who the baby nuts of the week is. It Chisora? Is it a boxer out there somewhere? Some boxing scribe? Who is this? Give us who it is and talk about how much better you are than them and talk about how you Mayweather ran from your son.
That's right.
And it's on. Go ahead.
That's right. And I told you, this week, you and G-Funk, D-Style and G-Funk are the 2 baby nuts of the week, because you guys made a show called Hispanics Causing Panic, and you didn't even include me and my son, 4 division champions, 4 world championships, You know what I'm talking about, Holmes? You don't even give us our respect, Holmes. You are no Hispanic causing panic. That's me and my son, We're the real warriors, We're the real warriors. We get it on in the streets, We get it on in the streets,
Hasn't been good in 10 years. Okay. I mean, the
10
last time I
years?
saw him look good was back in 2007. Okay, that's the last time I saw him do good. So ain't nobody care about your son. Ain't no Hispanic causing panic. Ruben Guerrero. If you don't get out of here right now, I know G Funk will do it, but I'll knock you the fuck out. Like if you don't get out of
Well,
here
let's
right
go, eh?
now,
Let's
I'll
go,
knock
eh?
you
I'm
out.
ready right now,
Okay,
eh?
let me
Let's
tell you
go.
something. I got another plane, but I do need your
I'm
opinion though.
ready.
Before you go. Speaking of baby nuts of the week, and nuts in general, what are your thoughts, Ruben Guerrero, on Alejandra Jimenez?
Who?
Alejandra Jimenez. What are your thoughts on her?
I thought that was a man, eh? I thought that was a man lady, eh? I don't know. Is
Is
that
that
is
your
it or what?
is that your other son?
Oh,
Is that
okay,
who-
Holmes. Okay, you want to play like that,
Uh,
eh? Come here, eh? Let me tell you
Hey,
something, eh?
she,
I want to get you, eh? Let me tell you something, eh?
whoa, hey. Right. Let me tell you something. G Funk, where the hell you get this guy from? Can we get G Funk back on this damn show? What a start to the show. All right. God. What's going on to NBT Boxing in the house? Let me do some roll call here. We got Mr. Tiptoe. What the fuck y'all on? You must be new. Okay, to the show. All right, no Paul Boxiano said hi. I thought Charlo was going to be the baby of the week. Really? I guess. Tone Brown says, what's up? Crush the legend. What's going on? Well, Tone Brown's actually laughing. BFTB laughing his ass off. All right. And of course, Cali Enigma. What's going on to Cali? Yesterday we did a show, a Puncher's Chance. Make sure you guys go ahead and you check that one out. And make sure you check out Monday's Aftermath as well. Tomorrow with Reggie Owens, Boxing Conversation. Make sure you check that one out tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, approximately. Right? I'm always never on time, almost never on time. But let's get this show on the road. What's going on, G Funk? G Funk, you there, bro? G Funk,
Yeah, can you hear me?
we can
Am
hear
I
you loud
good?
and clear now. Yes.
Man, this dude tore up my whole thing, man. Damn. What's up with this dude, man? You be yelling at this guy?
Yeah, I heard you, man, in the
This
background.
dude is crazy, man.
I did. For those
Man,
coming
bro.
in, this
Hey,
is your first edition of Hispanics Causing Panics. Who's down with HCP?
That's right.
Yeah, you know me. Okay, that's right. First edition. What a way to start. Well, Ruben Guerrero just from jump, and me and you, G Funk, we're the baby nuts of the week. Well, what's going on?
I know, man. That dude came in here, man. He was all hostile, man. I don't know what's up with that dude, man. But you know what? Hey, he's lucky. He's lucky I respect my elders, man. I would have put a beating on this dude for coming in my pads like that,
his
bro.
ass out is what I would have done. Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Got my wife all upset over here. It's all right, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. He's gone now, but you know, next time, bro, it ain't gonna be like that next time. I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. Now speaking of Spanish causing panic, we have a lot to talk about here. Man, let's start off with the fight happening on the undercard of the Gary Russell Jr. fight. Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Liborio Solis. This fight is going to be happening, man. Rigondeaux, of course, 19-1 with 13 knockouts. Liborio Solis, 30-5 with one draw. He has 14 wins by way of knockout. He is from Venezuela. He's ranked 24th in the world according to BoxRec. Let me tell you something, G-Funk. These dudes, like, combined age is 76 years old, bro.
Wow.
Let me repeat that. Combined age, 76 years old, and we put the months together, it'd probably be 77, right?
Wow.
I agree with that. Wow. Guillermo Rigondeaux, obviously, he's coming off that knockout victory over Ceja. When the fight happened with Ceja, when it happened, people were questioning Rigondeaux, right? Oh, Rigondeaux, he must be old, even though he won by knockout and fought Ceja's fight and knocked him out, right?
Right.
That win is aging well, especially after Ceja's last performance against, was it Figueroa, the younger Omar Figueroa? Not Omar, but the other Figueroa, right?
Brandon.
Brandon. Yeah. So it's aging well that win. You know what I mean? So now not so much question. Now he is up there in age, but he's not taking a lot of punishment. Okay, if we're honest, he really hasn't. Okay, and Guillermo Rigondeaux fights are not that action packed. So meaning he hasn't taken a lot of punishment throughout his career. So he might still have more than Liboro Solis, who's 2 years younger than him. Look, to me, as long as Solis has to get on the inside, just get on the inside, try to rough up Guillermo Rigondeaux, try to force him in exchanges, and hope that either A, Rigondeaux decides to fight the way he fought Ceja, although no guarantee he wins, or that he has no choice but to fight that way. You know what I mean? But we're going to find out what it is. But G-Funk, my question to you is, after seeing that previous fight with Ceja or any previous performances, Guillermo Rigondeaux says he's trying to be more exciting. That's what he says, right? Do you believe him? Or
actually, I do tend to believe that, because we know in the past, Rigo, he's had trouble getting fights. I mean, a real good example of that would be when he fought Donaire back in 2013, who was a guy who he was supposedly afraid of, a guy who was going to knock him out. And Donaire was considered by a lot of boxing writers to be the number 3 pound for pound in the world at the time, behind Floyd Manny or Manny Floyd, however you wanted to do it.
If you asked Max Kellerman, he would have told you he's number 1.
Yeah, I remember that. But
and you know how Max talks too. Like, Max will be like, the best in the division is by far.
That was pretty good, man.
if he was the same size, I mean, he was like the Patrick Mahomes of boxing. You know what I mean? That's fucking Max Kellerman. But according to Max Kellerman, he was number 1. But I get it. He was also the fighter of the year, right? Fighter of the year.
Yeah,
he beats the fighter of the year, and his own promoter is like, I don't know what to do with this guy.
Yeah, I can't do nothing with him, guys. Yeah, it was a bad performance. But we went in there and beat the guy just about every round,
Right.
I mean, he got dropped 1 round. So, I mean, obviously you got to give that round to Donaire. But that last round, he had Donaire backpedaling, and he was the one that was doing the running that night. Right. If you ask me, Rigo boxed smart. He used his legs when he had to. And, he's always been that kind of fighter where he's never been the type of guy to move around the ring so much like a Arislandi Lara, per se, another Cuban fighter. Rigo is the kind of guy, his defense was so good that he could pretty much stand in front of you and just, go side to side, go under shots and make you miss and counter you. So as far as your question, like, are his legs gone or anything like that? I mean, he's up there in age, so obviously you're going to lose. I mean, Father Time is undefeated. We know that. So he's going to lose some things. But I do believe that in the Ceja fight, that was his name, right? Ceja, that guy that he fought last? Yeah, I do believe that he stood there toe-to-toe with that kid, because I think he kind of knew right off the gate that this guy, wasn't a real threat to knock him out, even if he did land something clean. Although he did buzz Rigo a couple times in that fight. But from what I seen, I thought Rigo was pretty much in control of the action. It was a very good, entertaining fight for a Rigo standard. He's usually whitewashing guys, and it's one-sided. But I do believe that he is trying to lure guys in. I mean, he had to move 2 weight classes just to fight Lomachenko, because these dudes weren't trying to get in the ring with him. So I believe he's trying to do anything to bait these guys in the ring. And, I hope that he has one last dance in him with somebody down there in that division, man. I really do.
Well, let me tell you, man, I do believe people overstated how much is gone for Rigondeaux. Okay? I think people overstated it. We have to remember this guy moved up like 2 or 3. I forgot how many weight classes it was. You can correct me, G-Funk, to fight Lomachenko. Okay? It wasn't his natural weight class at all. But in this fight, let me tell you, man, in the Ceja fight, like I said, that fight's aging well. And I do believe he made a choice to stand in there. And I always felt like when I went back and rewatched that fight, It was close, but I felt like, man, and I know hindsight's 2020, but Rigondeaux was just poised, and it felt like he was in control. Like he was in control of what's going on, and he was hurting Ceja. And let me tell you, man, Rigondeaux has a crazy 69% knockout ratio, and for those weight classes, that's impressive. Like people need to understand that's a heavyweight knockout ratio percent.
That's big, yeah.
Yeah. Let me shout out John. It says Jimenez is bad, but Fallon Fox, that's the name, lied about her gender and beat the shit out of 6 females and literally breaking the female's face. Man, lawsuit that Ashley Evans girl. That is something. Shout out to Teresa D and Stormy B Man as well. Hector Lopez says this is a perfect setup to fight for Rigondeaux to win another title. Solis is tailor made for Rigondeaux. Solis can't punch unless Rigondeaux gets older than he is overnight. He wins.
Shout out to my boy Hector Lopez, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Absolutely. Shout out. Make sure you guys throw a jab at the like button you're tuning into. Hispanics, Causin, Panics. Who's down with HCP, G-Funk? Everybody.
Me.
Yeah, you know
everybody,
me.
Yeah.
But I think Rigondeaux's going to win this fight unless, like was stated, he's just old overnight and ain't the same no more or something. I think he should win this fight, man. He should win. And it's for the WBA regular championship. Just a regular, you know?
Just a regular. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know what these titles mean anymore. But I agree with you, man. It's just a regular one, you know. It's not the real one, you know. Just regular, you know. It's not supersized, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. But I agree with you, man. I think that Rigo should win this fight, and I hope that he's able to get a name there, man, at 118. Whether it be a Nui.
Here's the other thing: can he make will he have trouble making a weight?
You know, that's a good question. I don't think he will because Rigo's naturally a small guy. I mean, he was a blown up super bantamweight at the time that he fought Donaire. So I mean, I think he'll be okay there. But again, you know, as you get older, you put on weight. It's harder to keep weight off as you get older. But one thing I know about Rigo is that dude, he's pretty disciplined. You know, he stays in good shape year round.
I'll tell you what I want to see. I want Luis Neri to be present at the weigh-in so he could watch a 39-year-old man make the fucking weight. That's what Luis Neri should be forced to be there just to see.
Right. Okay. I agree, man. Take notes from the OG, you know.
Shout out to Mr. Tiptoe, what's going on? And Crush the Legend. Rigo's too old now, but the dude he's fighting is 37. You know, so you know it's like the WBA elderly belt. You know what I mean? That's what they're going to do here. AJ10, the fact checker in the house. He says interim, regular, super. How much of these shits do they got? Okay. I mean, goddamn. I gave up keeping up with the WBA, says AJ10. He says the Cuban food is good. Just stay away, you know, stay away from Abuela's house and Tia's house and like don't go visit your favorite aunts, Rigondeaux. Stay in training camp. He's training Ronnie Shields, by the way. What do you think about that?
Oh, Ronnie. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Rigo's a guy who switches trainers like, you know, like these guys in Hollywood switch wives, you know, like he's shuffled the deck quite a few times. But I mean, a guy who's had that many amateur fights, I mean, really, what can you teach him at this point? You know, I think he's good with whoever he's got in his corner. But I do like Ronnie Shields as a trainer, man. I think he's one of the best trainers that has been around for quite some time.
Well, someone did bring up, you know, in fairness, we brought it up. So Score 21 says, I think he'll have weight issues. I think his legs won't be under him, may have some issues, and Inoue will send him to hell if they fight. Well, we will see. Let's see how he looks in this fight. They're setting it up perfectly. If he struggles in his fight and is visibly, you know, he's visibly having issues, then he, of course, he should move up to 122. But we will see. All right. And Callie says, Luis Neri likes to eat. He said making weight is overrated.
I guess so, huh?
Oh, you got one job, bro. Okay. Make the fucking wait. What's up to Boxing Conversation? Reggie Owens, Big Dog Willie. Who is your favorite all-time Hispanic fighter? G Funk and D Style. Who's your favorite Hispanic fighter of all time? G Funk.
Oh man, that's a tough one, man. That's hard because historically, we've already done our top 10 Mexican fighters of all time,
Right.
which was, we both agreed it was Salvador Sanchez. I think most people would agree with us on that. But as far as just Hispanics as a whole, man, that's tough. I grew up a big Chavez fan, so I'm going to put him there. And then as I got older in my teenage years, early 20s, I was a Tito Trinidad fan. So those three guys would be at the top of my list, I'd say. It's hard to pick one though, man. That's too difficult.
I wonder what the chat thinks. If you guys want to put who's your favorite Hispanic fighter ever, make sure you put in the chat. Look, I can't. Look, man. It's no secret that obviously the name of the show is obviously influenced by Juan Lascano. He's not my favorite of all time, but I just want to give him a shout out from, he was born in El Paso, Texas, even though, I remember watching him fight on TV and it said from Sacramento to Sacramento.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. He fought out of Sacramento, trained out of here, man.
What is this? What's going on over here? Dude went to Bowie High School, Rossin High School, one or the other. Here in El Paso, what is he doing? All right.
Hey, my cousin trained with him. He did some early sparring with him for the Ricky Hatton fight.
Okay.
Yeah, so he got a lot of good experience in the ring with Lascano, man.
He got robbed in that fight, bro. He hurt Ricky Hatton, and then he was stunned, and then Ricky Hatton had to tie his shoes.
Right. Yeah, he was.
What's with the UK with tying shoes and fixing wraps, and when a dude conveniently after he gets hit,
Right. No, I agree with you, man. I was a little miffed at that, man, when it happened. I was like, come on, really? Like he was just starting to get warm on this dude, but
right.
Hey, shout out to Juan Lascano, man. Big time fan.
Estimio Pedrosa, look at that. Cali says, yeah, Salvador Sanchez is the best mother effing fucking Mexican ever. Absolutely. The dude was a beast, bro. Okay. The Tito Trinidad for G Funky, says no Paul. Man, what's going on? Puerto Rico, bro? Do they got a world champion yet? Anybody got any update on that in Puerto Rico?
I'm looking for him. Where is he?
I don't know. Cotto. Look at that. The score says Cotto. Yeah, man. Roberto Duran, Big Dog Willie. Eusebio Pedrosa for Wyatt. A lot of great fighters, man. My favorite, come on. Eddie Morales, bro.
Yeah,
that's not even. But let's put him aside. Not counting him. Man, there's so many great fighters, bro.
If I could go way back in the day, and
I know who it isn't. It's not Barrera. I can tell you that right off the bat. It's not fucking Marco Antonio Barrera.
Oh man, that's a good one. No, but if I could go back, my grandfather, like I said, he put me up on a lot of history of the sport. Yeah. He's been watching fights I remember Joe Louis, them days, listening to him on the radio before they had TVs. But he told me about Kid Gavilan out of Cuba. I don't know if you ever heard of him, man, but he used to throw that bolo punch. He was one of the guys who made it real famous back in the day, Cuban fighter. He's up there too, man. He was a pretty good fighter.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Brooklyn Child Boxing. Brooklyn Child, if you could either on he says Juan Manuel Marquez for him. He's up there for me too, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But I don't know, probably Roberto Duran. I mean, the dude was a beast, bro. You know what I mean?
Duran was the guy, man, back in the day. He got a win over Sugar Ray Leonard, a prime Sugar Ray Leonard,
And that's right, Score. We all know these doesn't pick Eddie Morales, okay? I was a big Neri fan as far as today until he fucking started fucking up a lot, right? I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I was right there with you.
Yeah, you guys tune into Hispanics Causing Panics, February 5th edition. Make sure you throw a jab at the like button. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. Brooklyn Child Boxing, by the way, says his second favorite is Chavez Jr.
Chavez Jr.
I think it was a typo. I think he meant to put senior. But in all seriousness, Brooklyn Child Boxing, if you could reach me at dstyleboxing@gmail.com. So we're having different co-hosts on Mondays. You're one of the people I like to have on, or even you want to join me and Reggie tomorrow or something like that, let me know. Shoot me an email. Chief Funky 84 says, good pick to Hector Lopez, who said Ruben Olivares. Oh, yeah.
El Gran Campeón right there, man. The original.
Carlos Zarate, really good fighter.
Really good fighters right there, man. You talk to anybody from the old school, they always mention Zarate, man. Like he was a killer back in the day, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I got to tell you, man, a lot of generations there. But that's Rigondeaux. He should win, guys. So shout out to him. And shout out to Cuba and all the Cubanos out there. Okay, we'll see how that goes. And I want to talk about this topic. We've been, the last Mexican Latino Wednesday show we had was like on Christmas Day, actually, right?
I think so.
So, I mean, it's been a while. So, all the turmoil, man. Usually, the beginning of the year doesn't have big news and stuff, but holy shit, we're behind this Andy Ruiz thing. Andy Ruiz fired Manny Robles, bro. And I did a video and everything about it. I'm sure we've talked about it at some point, but like, what's going on with Andy Ruiz? And why did he fire Manny Robles? How did he do Manny Robles like that, bro?
Yeah, that's one of the big questions of the year so far is why would he fire his trainer when he got him to the top of the mountain? He became the first Mexican heavyweight champion ever. Then he lays an egg in the rematch, doesn't train, comes in overweight, fooled the hell out of me, made G-Funk look like a moron, but it's all good. I forgive you, my brother. I forgive you. All right. But yeah, man, I don't know because, I actually like what I would hear from Manny in the corner, like I thought he would give him good advice. I thought he would, tell him the right things to do during the fights. The only thing that I could possibly think of that Ruiz is thinking is maybe he doesn't want to be held accountable for not taking the fight seriously and wants to just fire his old trainer and get a guy like Teddy Atlas, who is known to be, like a motivational speaker for some guys. We've seen him, literally get guys going with some of the things that he says in the corner, like the Michael Moore fight that he had with Evander Holyfield. He put on a show that night. I mean, he should have cut that belt in half and gave half of that belt to Teddy Atlas that night because he really did put a fire under Moore that night because Moore came out flat and he went out there and performed, man. But that would be the only reason why I think that Ruiz would want to have a guy like Teddy Atlas in his camp is to maybe motivate him and get his ass in the gym, do some road work, stay away from the taco truck, stay away from Abuelita's house during training, stay away from the Christmas tamales and all that. Hopefully it works out for him, man. I do wish him the best. I would like to see him get another crack, but he's going to have some work to do. He's going to have to win, a couple fights here and look good doing it before anybody considers giving him a shot, I would say. So hopefully he made the right decision here, man. But I do question it, and I do like, what his trainer was doing with him, man. I did like it.
I mean, look, obviously, I'm with you in that department. I do believe that they were doing a lot of good things together. You know what I mean? The question is, I hear what a lot of you guys are saying. I see Paul talking about it in the chat, right? Oh, he needs a babysitter. He needs somebody to like look out for him and motivate him and force him out to go do road work. And man, like, are you kidding me? Like, are we serious right now? Like, are we seriously talking about that? Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like it's why? And what makes people think Teddy Atlas is going to do that? Teddy Atlas has a podcast. He's doing other things. He works for ESPN as a contributor. He's doing a lot of things. You think he has time to be with Andy Ruiz 24/7?
No, I doubt it. But this is a battle that Ruiz, I think 90% of it is going to come from him. He's got to find the motivation. He's got to find that determination inside of him to, get up extra early and go put in the road work. Stay a couple hours after training in the gym, hitting the bag or doing whatever it is you got to do. The trainers can only do so much. I mean, he's a grown man. He's got millions of dollars now. So, I mean, you can't expect the guy to be around him 24/7 or get him to do something with his words. But maybe there's a level of respect that we don't know with Atlas. I mean, I don't know. But I personally think that if it's weight obviously it's an issue. That's something that Ruiz is going to have to overcome himself. He's going to have to force himself to put the plate down and push it away, stop eating the paletes after dinner, and things like that. So, I mean, I've struggled with weight myself. I know you've said it on multiple times. So, I mean, we know it's not an easy thing to deal with.
Yeah, but it wasn't my job.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
right.
To be a professional boxer.
Right. You have one job, and that's come in shape.
Let me tell you something, G-Funk. And they were paying you, not even the money he made. And they were paying you $500,000 a year, and your only job was to get in shape. What would you be doing?
I'd be the most in shape fucking guy you'll ever see,
Maybe Funk will be doing jumping jacks while he's doing his fucking show. Okay?
Right.
G-Funk will be on a treadmill doing his Hispanics, Causin, Hispanics. Yeah, I agree, D-Style. Woo! Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is it with G-Funk? I got to get in shape.
I'm running, baby. I'm running. I'm ready.
You have to want it enough to do it, as Teresa D said in chat. Absolutely, you have to want it. You have to want it.
Yeah, greatness is earned, man. It's not given to you. He's got to put in the work, man. You got to work hard. I mean, fuck, we're Mexicans, man. Like, I think we're some of the hardest working people on the planet. He's got to have that motivation,
It also, it's just bad, bro. Like maybe some people think it's funny. I like, obviously I've joined in it, but the whole like, oh, that's Andy. He likes to eat tacos. He's Mexican. like dude, I like tacos too, motherfucker. But you don't have to be Mexican like tacos. That's number one. Okay, let's not act like you got to be Mexican to like tacos. Right?
Yeah.
Every motherfucker in this chat loves tacos. Okay, let me just say that right now. Right? Yeah. So I don't want to hear that. Like I'm tired of this excuse. Plus, it doesn't have to be Mexican food, G-Funk.
Yeah.
Andy Ruiz scarfed down 1 million tacos and pizza the night before the fight. It's pizza. Andy Ruiz is not discriminating when it comes to food, bro. Okay, it's not just the Mexican food, not just the tacos and the burrito, dude. It's the burgers, it's the hot dogs, it's the lasagna. Okay, whatever it is, bro. Right?
The cerveza, he's probably drinking.
That dude is Mr. Worldwide when it comes to food. We all know that. Okay, so that's that. G-Funk has a personal trainer, Ruben Guerrero. Says John.
Now that guy will motivate you, that's for sure.
Look at this. Andy Ruiz hit that shit in front of the royal family in Saudi Arabia. That's what Andy Ruiz did, bro. And we all know Eddie Hearn's slick ass. And for this, I won't hate on Eddie Hearn. It was smart. Like he sent a whole cart of tacos.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I want to know how. How do you find tacos in Saudi Arabia? Like, I don't
make it happen.
You know what I'm saying? When you'll make it happen eventually. He must have had his own taco truck flown in. They dropped it off right there in Saudi Arabia.
They don't even allow you to use internet over there, so we know they didn't use YouTube to find out. That's number one. Okay, they flew in some. These dudes flew in some, and it's not. Don't say chef, just any Mexican dude. Okay. They got some abuelita somewhere. Hey, you want to go to Saudi Arabia? Okay. And, some burritos. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, shit's insane. But in all seriousness, bro, Andy Ruiz fucking up, bro. What do you think as far as you think it's gonna work out for him? Like if if G Funk had to make a prediction right now, is this gonna all work out for him, or you think Andy Ruiz is gonna just be another kind of like a Buster Douglas in the annals of time?
Oh, that's a real good question, man. Because this has kind of been the story of Andy's career. Is kind of like, one fight he'll look like he's in decent shape,
Right.
and he'll look good in the fight, and then the next fight he looks like a fucking blimp, and then he doesn't look the same, So I don't know, man. I mean, I think that we'll see a good Andy Ruiz for the next. I don't know how long he plans on keeping Atlas around. If they keep winning, they'll probably keep him around for as long as they're
I'm telling
winning.
you, you've kind of already said it, but I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if he does what he did in his last fight with Joshua, I think it's going to end bad for him, man. I really do. I just hope that he can find it within himself to have some discipline, and think about his potential and what he could be, what could be made. Because he's in the heavyweight division. He's a Mexican fighting star, man. Like, this guy could surpass Canelo in a couple years. I know guys get mad when we say that, but if this guy actually buckles down and starts winning and stays in shape, like, there's no doubt about it to me, he becomes the biggest star in boxing.
Look, man,
he just got to do it.
Nobody says Eddie Hearn flew an entire taco truck to Saudi Arabia, bro. Okay, they hooked that taco truck, okay, on a plane, bro, and they flew that shit over there. One of those big planes, I guess. And Ruiz decided his life being an overweight fashion Nova model, says Boxing Conversations Ray Jones. He's out there modeling, still eating food, eating Popeye's chicken sandwiches, which ain't even that good, by the way. I know a lot of people talking about the Popeye's chicken sandwich. I had the sandwich, okay? They didn't know that.
I've never even had it, man.
El Pollito Loco right here has better fucking meat than this, okay?
Hey, I think Los Pollos Hermanos will have a better chicken sandwich.
That's right. Okay, it's just a fucking greasy piece of fucking chicken. Okay, fried chicken, and they put it on the fucking. It's a little spicy, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't that impressed. I gotta be honest. I wasn't that impressed.
Is one of the rare guys that hasn't. I haven't had it, man. There's a Popeyes that's walking distance from my house.
I love Popeye's chicken. Don't get me wrong. Popeye's chicken all day. But the sandwich, I don't know what the big deal is. To be honest with you. That's just me. Whatever. Maybe the cooks here suck at it. I have no idea. Okay. All right. Look, man. White versus Ruiz. White saying Ruiz ducked me. Ruiz is saying, nah, you ducked me. Who do you believe, G-Funk?
I don't know, man. It's hard to tell these days in boxing who's ducking who. Me personally, I try not to get involved in that kind of, talk in boxing. Like, I just want to see fights get made, and I'm tired of these guys pussyfooting around all the time.
Fights getting made,
hiding behind promoters. I hate it, man.
Bro. I want to make sure that my interest is that if a fighter gives me a crappy fight, but he gets paid, I'm all for it. I was probably ordered the left side of the menu at Popeyes. Okay, John. I can't eat Popeyes, bro, since age 10. I gave up a few years ago. No, Paul said Andrew Ruiz is going to get a Michelin man, the tire. Michelin man, oh, I got you. Yeah. Sponsorship before he gets the Snickers contract. No wonder Snickers didn't. Like, come on, bro. You show up like that. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Orville Boxing, man. What's going on, bro? Thank you for joining us. Make sure you throw a jab. Throw a jab at the like button. You're tuning in to Hispanics, Causin, Panic, February 5th edition. Check it out, man. I'm being joined by G-Funk, of course. G-Funk, let's talk about Canelo a little bit. Okay? Talk about the one, the only, Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo.
Seriously, I hope they're not giving him free food. Imagine, bro. Imagine he got, I remember there's a UFC fighter that got a lifetime supply of like Popeye chicken. Wow. They give that to Ruiz, dude. Popeyes would be out of business, bro. Okay, I'm just saying. Right. Hector Lopez, Ruiz is his own worst enemy. He needs a trainer to babysit him 24/7. Robles was very honest and candid about Ruiz's bad training habits to the media, and Ruiz didn't like that. Atlas can't help him. Oh, before we move on, what do you think about him saying that Robles, that is, that Al Heyman advised Ruiz to fire him? Okay.
Man, you know, it's so weird. Anything that comes from Al Heyman, because like this guy is such a mystery. You know, like nobody sees him. I mean, I never
Some
see him
people
at
think
fights.
it's real too. Some people say it's not real.
Right. You know, so you know, I'm always kind of iffy about anything that's said from or advised from Al Heyman or anything like that. But I think honestly, I believe it because you know, Al Heyman at the end of the day is a businessman, and he's in the business of making money. So if he could get a guy to motivate Ruiz and stay on his ass and get him in shape, we know Ruiz has got the talent. He's got the natural talent, you know, but he just gotta have discipline when it comes to his eating habits and his training habits. So I do believe that he probably said, you know what, maybe we need to get you a guy who you will listen to, someone who you might respect, and then let's make some money. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I do believe it, man.
Okay. You think there's some grain of truth to it? Like I don't know if I believe it. And it's not the way it's being portrayed. Like hey, go fire him. Like I think he probably gave him some options and stuff like that, and you know, he's trying to get his fighter back into some type of contention.
Mm-hmm.
Like Andy Ruiz is going to look good for a fight or two, and then he's going to go back to what he's doing. I'm telling you guys right now, he's going to come back like, oh, Ruiz is back, and he's going to fail you next time. Okay. I need to see this guy do 5 straight fights, disciplined, motivated, and then I might start believing, bro. But that's that. Let's talk a little bit about.
Yeah, you know what?
Go ahead.
You're right, man. It's going to take a little bit for me to gain my trust back. You know, because like I said, when you seen him, even though he looked out of shape, you know, he had the bad body, but you know, you could see that he trained and he had a game plan. And he stuck to it in his fights. You know, but. Yeah, like you said, man, I agree. It's going to take a few fights for me to get my trust back, man.
Absolutely. Canelo. As you guys know, the talks of the Canelo fight with Ryota Murata negotiations collapsed. Like they just fell through. They were already talking about him going to Japan and fighting and stuff. What do you think what happened? What do you think happened there, Chifa? If you had to guess.
If I had to guess, I mean, I think maybe Backlash. I mean, I know that this guy, I don't even know his name, this Japanese guy, but from what I hear, Murata, is that his name? Murata?
That's how I pronounce it. I don't know.
You know, from what I hear, he's a pretty big star in Japan. So, I mean, it makes sense financially for Canelo. Yep. But I just think that most people, they just, you know, they're like, come on, really? You're going to fight this guy? Like there's work here, you know, that you guys that are ready, guys that are known, you know, they're ready to fight. That's what I honestly think. But, you know, honestly, who knows? There's a lot of mystery with Canelo and Golden Boy. You know, it's the same. So I don't know.
I wonder what the chat thinks. I mean, what do you think is next for Canelo? Put it in the comment section. We can go over that a little bit. But what do you think, G-Funk? What is next for Saul Canelo Alvarez? And what would you like to see from him?
Well, you know, I like the way that it was when I was in my late teens and mid-teens when I used to watch, you know, guys like Oscar, Tito, Chavez, even Tyson, you know, the big fighters back then, you know, they didn't fight big names every single time, and they didn't fight on pay-per-view every single time that they fought like these guys do today. So I don't mind seeing guys that are at the top of the game like Canelo. Obviously, he's at the top of the game right now. He's, you know, he makes more money than anybody. He calls his own shots. You know, I don't mind him taking on a top 10 contender once a year, you know, as long as he gives us something good in that year. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think that for most honest boxing fans, the Kovalev fight kind of left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, especially when the whole rehydration clause thing came out, kind of tainted it a little bit, you know?
But
So
you're hating.
you know, I think
You're hating.
I know, man. I'm always hating, bro. I just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would like to see him fight. I mean, you know, of course, I want to see the best fights be made. But,
Right.
you know, it really all depends on where he's going to fight at. Is he going to fight at 160? Is he going to fight at 168? Is he going to stay at light heavyweight? Like, you know, there's so many options, man. But like, we don't know where he's going to fight. Is he going to fight at Canelo weight, which is whatever he wants, basically,
whatever way,
you know? So
whatever he wants.
I don't know, man. You know, I mean, yeah, I could list some guys, but I mean, really, it's just up in the air with me with what's next for him. You know, of course, I want to see him fight Charlo. Of course, I want to see him fight Andrade. Of course, I want to see him fight Benavidez.
But
if he's going to stay at like heavyweight, I want to see him fight Bivol.
But G-Funk, what about what Charlo hasn't done?
Oh, I know. What about Charlo? What has he done? What has Andrade done? You know,
don't just say it. Don't say Charlo. Anybody with Charlo. I can't say the name.
I'm saying Charlo. All right.
Come on.
Charlo's.
Charlo's
one of the best guys, man. Go ahead.
Okay. But like you can't like here's my thing though, right? Do I think Canelo beats Charlo? I'm gonna be on. Yes, I think he beats him. Okay, he beats him, right? Canelo beats Charlo, and here's what will happen, right? Me and Eugene were saying, "Hey man, let's make the fight happen," right? Let's say Canelo decides to fight Charlo, right? What's the first thing some Canelo fans are gonna say? And let me reword that. Canelo fanatics. What's one of the first things they're going to say?
If he decides to fight Charlo, that's the
See, bunch of haters. I thought he was.
I thought he was scared, bro. I thought he was scared, bro.
They're gonna say. And if he beats Charlo, what are they going to say?
I told you Charlo wasn't nothing, bro. I told you he wasn't scared, bro. It doesn't matter if Charlo even wins the fight. Let's just say they do fight.
So,
Charlo,
don't act like you don't want to see the like. Come on.
I hate that.
We could do this all day. If we do whataboutisms, we're going to be here all day. Like, well, what about this guy? Well, what about him? Well, what about him? You know, right now we're talking about Saul Canelo Alvarez, a hot commodity who the sport of boxing has rewarded handsomely. This guy's a multi-millionaire because of the sport of boxing and the backing that boxing has given him. Okay, period. We as boxing fans can say we want to see him fight a certain guy. Why not? You know,
right.
but I do agree with Boxing Dollar. I'd be surprised if Canelo's go back to 160. Calix is in the house. Okay, all right. Run up the score 21 is Calix Boxing. What's going on? Okay, change the name to his channel. There you go. Shout out to Calix.
Yeah, I love how these fanatics just allow certain fighters to just, let's just say if this was like ran like the other major sports, right? It's okay for them to it's okay for certain guys to skip over the playoffs and just go straight to the championship game.
But Tom Brady brings in the money, bro.
Yeah,
he brings in the money. Well, what's up? Hey, wait, hey. Aaron Rodgers has what is it? Allstate? Is it Allstate?
State Farm.
State Farm. Yeah, State Farm commercials, bro. I don't see these other quarterbacks with State Farm commercials, right? Other than Mahomes, but that's it, right? Yeah. I mean, Max Kellerman finds out. Let me tell you something about Max Kellerman. If you get a fighter like Patrick Mahomes, the best, you know, it's crazy, bro. But anyway, bro, have you seen? Like, I don't want to go off topic, bro. If we had topics the way First Take has topics, holy shit!
Oh man,
they're running out of material, bro.
Yeah,
you know, it is insane, bro. If you put Patrick Mahomes in with the New England Patriots, but with the Ravens defense versus, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. On a Tuesday night.
A Tuesday night when the lights are out versus an afternoon Peyton Manning. Okay, like just like what's going on over here?
Yeah, ESPN has gotten so crazy. Like
Peyton Manning with the 2000 defense of the Ravens. Who would win that game? And they'll sit there and have a legitimate argument about it.
Yeah, I love those made up things that they do, these made up stats, these made up accolades for
And
these
by the way,
athletes.
people do know that quarterbacks don't actually face each other, right? Like, the people do know that. Like, is it just me?
I hope so.
I mean, like, every time it always killed me. Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. I mean, Brady keeps beating Peyton Manning. Like, I'm just like, he's not in the defense, bro. But anyway, I don't want to troll off, but
no, I love how they do things like this. Like LeBron, let's just say LeBron has a triple-double his next game. And ESPN will after the highlights, they'll be like, well, this is the first time anyone in NBA history has had a triple-double on a Thursday night wearing purple shoes and a gold headband, you know? Like, like, come on, man. Let's give it a break with all this nonsense, you know?
Yeah. But by the way, they're starting to get like boxing now, too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now they're talking about the fighters, the players, how much money they should make, and they have like an hour debate about if Dak Prescott should get paid or not. Like, you know, this shit's insane, bro.
I know,
you know what I mean?
I know.
Like, Patrick,
I don't care. I don't give a damn.
They're talking about Dak Prescott, by the way. Okay, well, that's another fucking story. Okay, they want to talk about the Cowboys. Okay, when they didn't even make the fucking playoffs, right?
Right. So, they want to just boost up ratings because they know we're the most popular team in football, and if you can squeeze in a topic with one of our guys in it or something about our team, then they're all for it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shout out to Scott Hill, by the way. He used to say,
but but you know what? Since we're on this topic, I wish the NFL ran their shit the way boxing runs their shit. You know why? Because my team would be in the fucking Super Bowl every year.
Every year.
My team would be in Super every year, bro. They would have a 14-0 advantage as soon as the game starts.
Look, we're the Dallas Cowboys. We got the biggest stadium.
We make more money than anybody. What are you talking about? Play the Bengals. Who have they beat? Who have they played? Well, they beat nobody. They can't play us. Are you kidding me? That's what these guys sound like. You know?
Before we continue with the boxing talk, because this is boxeo, but you're gonna watch the XFL, G-Funk?
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to see how it does this time. Dude, man. The first time it didn't do so well.
Dude, it's gonna be a mess. Like, a lot of people like the new rules, and I'm not even saying I'm against them, but all these guys have been playing traditional football their whole lives, like high school, maybe even middle school, high school, college. If some of them might have played in the NFL already, and then you're making up all these new rules. Like, even the refs are going to be confused at times. Like, it's 2 forward passes. They could throw 2 forward passes as long as it doesn't pass the line of scrimmage now. That's going to confuse, you know what I mean? Like, under those rules, then yes, the Tennessee Titans beat the Buffalo Bills legitimately. Okay. And we could do 2 forward passes, but that's different. Now, so man, as far as the Canelo, bro, obviously he's doing what the fuck he wants to do, but
yeah, literally
what I want to see him fight Benavidez, bro. Like, Benavidez versus Saul Canelo Alvarez would be a big fight, right? They could do that fight like they could do it at Staples Center, and they'll fill up the Alamo Dome, whatever the case is, dude. And that would be a hell of an atmosphere, okay? I would look for, like, I'm saying, I would love to see that fight. What would G-Funk like to see?
Yeah, man. A fight that really interests me, but I just don't know if it'll happen, would be Benavidez, I think that would be a good fight. And again, I keep saying this because I just want the best for this guy, but if Ruiz could get his ass on a roll, possibly those guys could do a card together, man, that would be huge. That would be a huge card. And they could sell out a massive stadium, I think, and do good numbers with pay-per-view. I don't know if they'll do it on pay-per-view, probably DAZN or something, but, it's, for me, I mean, I don't know, man. Canelo, again, he could fight whoever he wants, literally. Like I said last night in the chat, they could go find a guy at Denny's tonight and be like, you want to fight Canelo? We'll pay you $2 million. Oh, yeah, let's do it. And hey, they'll watch it. They'll love it. And some of his fans will defend it. They're like, "Oh, you kidding me, bro? Like this dude right here, man. I think I seen him on YouTube before, man. I think he knocked some dude out, you know."
Yeah. And then let me tell you something, bro. Canelo has a lot of Mexican fans. He does.
Oh yeah,
But there's a lot of Mexicans that will want to see him like get knocked out too. So I'm just saying,
there is.
Benavidez, like like we might see some fights. The fights in the stands will be the undercard, bro. Okay, it'll be me and G Funk in the stands. Okay, and no Paul, like nah, don't say Charlo, pow, pow. We'll start going at it, bro. Okay. What's up, Kenneth Johnson? It's a hell of a fight, that's for sure. And I agree with Alex. XFL year round, or football year round. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give XFL a chance. The best thing Vince McMahon did was he got someone else to run it. Okay, he's like, it's my money, but I got to get somebody else to run the shit. Like, you know, because what does Vince know about fucking football? Okay. Vince McMahon's idea of like hyping up the XFL was having The Rock do a promo. Okay, but this was before The Rock was a rock by. Oh, actually, didn't he just do a promo for the Super Bowl?
Did he?
Yeah, before the game, bro. I remember they used to trash. They trashed the XFL for having a wrestler do the promo, but I guess he's just a bigger star now. But The Rock did a promo for the Chiefs 49ers. See.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I turned it on.
Like he wants Kirkland to die because he says, like, let's just Canelo Kirkland dead.
Yeah, let's run Kirkland back. All right. Hey, Josecito Lopez part 2. All right, let's get that one going.
Does Benavidez have better feet than Canelo? I don't know. I don't think he does now. But
no, I don't think so either. I think the size, the reach, the activity would give him a challenge. That's for sure. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, but we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? We will see what happens. What about Andrade? Andrade versus Canelo.
You know, I would like to see it because I think that, you know, Andrade is the guy who should have had this shot a couple years back, you know.
By the way,
he's been
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I just say he's been kind of wasting away fighting these, you know, who's who guys, just like his last fight. And I don't want to say that he struggled, but I just think that he looked for the knockout a little too much, and it didn't look good. And honestly, I think at this point, man, for what I've seen from Andrade lately, I think Canelo probably beats him. I do. I would pick Canelo right now if I had to.
You know, I know I'm going back to first take, bro, but I can't get over how like they have to have at least one guy be the contrarian. I don't know if you noticed.
Every time, yeah.
Like you know, is Patrick Mahomes great? Like if that's debatable or some shit. You know what I mean?
My homeboy.
No, but like it's not it's not debatable, bro. Of course he's great. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But like Stephen A, like I'm not saying the brother isn't great, but let me tell you, like you know, like he's got that boy. What's his name? Kelsey?
Oh, Travis Kelsey.
Kelsey can ball. I don't know if he could do that with anybody else. Like, what is that? Like Mahomes is the only dude with a good tight end.
Right. He was killing. I mean? He was killing when Alex Smith was there. I mean, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the fuck out. He's got Hill. Like what, dude? Like everyone had somebody, bro. Like Steve Young had Jerry Rice, and
he had a lot of dudes.
Like Troy had a lot of dudes. You know, Emmitt Smith and freaking
Michael Irvin,
Jim Kelly had Andre Reed. Like everybody has weapons. Like, what are we talking about? Anyway, I know.
Hey, don't go back in the day and mention those bills that I mentioned in Don Beebe. All right, put some respect on Don Beebe. All right, he was nice. I like Don Beebe.
And then they're obsessed with this whole Michael Jordan of football thing, bro. Like it's and then like who's the MVP of sports? I don't know. Mahomes is a football player and the most important position. Like shut up, man. Like, God damn.
Stephen A. Smith, let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something here. In all of my 40-something years of watching football, I have never seen anybody throw a ball like Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna tell you right now.
But he couldn't do that if he didn't have Kelsey. Like get the fuck out of here. Anyway. With that said, we're gonna move on. Okay. Yeah, come on. like relax a little bit with all that. But yeah, we'll see where that goes, man. I want to talk about Jose Ramirez.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Apparently, according to Stephen A. Smith, Mahomes has to play with a bunch of high school kids to prove he's great. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, bro? Every fucking quarterback has professional players. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, I'm trailing off. Let's move back.
Right. Let me see Mahomes do it with the Pop Warner team. Then I might believe.
Man, Kurt Warner had Isaac Bruce. What would he done without Isaac Bruce? We don't fucking know. Okay, who knows? Anyway, Canelo, that's that. You have any final words on Canelo before we move on?
Just, hey, you know what, Canelo? Just give us a decent fight, man. Please pick somebody that's worth it. Fight on a date that people know you're fighting. Like, people were asking me like the day before, like, hey, is Canelo fighting tomorrow before the Kovalev fight? You know, make it. I mean, you can carry boxing, man. You know, and you're the guy. You're the main guy right now. So do right, please, man. Because I just want what's best for the sport, man. That's my main goal. I'm not here to be a fanboy and protect fighters, man. If you got a belt, I want you to take on all challengers. So. Give us a good fight, man. That's all I can say. Wherever you're fighting at.
Oh, I gotcha. Man, I don't care if it's shit what Chris Mannix says, by the way, okay? They didn't when Charles' team say that they received said offer. I don't know. But Chris Mannix saw the paperwork. Okay.
Chris Mannix was there, bro,
All right. If I trust his eyes, I'll never pick a fight right. Okay. But man, let me. I know I'm going back to this, and we're gonna finish with Jose Ramirez. Before this, because Calix is here, and I'm remembering this. I know him and Scott Hill talked about this. Shout out to Scott Hill, hailstormsports.com, by the way. But like we all know, Michael Jordan was great, right? You know what I mean?
Well, the best to do it, in my opinion.
But remember that? What was it? A documentary or something? Where Phil Jackson is talking about how, like, how Jordan played with the flu or whatever, or he was like really sick.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, and that game is when I realized Michael Jordan was great. It took you him playing with a cold to realize that. Like, well, that's crazy.
Yeah. Never mind winning 7 scoring titles in a row. that was just okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about Jose Ramirez. This fight got canceled, G-Funk. It got canceled, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Right? Ain't nobody scared of this coronavirus, bro. Okay? People are over-exaggerating about this virus. Like, I'm seeing everybody paranoid about, like, they don't get paranoid about any real shit, but the coronavirus, first of all, Mexicans had the coronavirus for years, okay? We drink Coronas all the fucking time, okay? The cure is menudo, bro, okay?
Right. Menudo
in the morning.
And a little bit of Vicks on the chest, bro. Yeah.
That's a coronavirus. But no, seriously, bro, with coronavirus, oh my God, it's killed 200 people. What are we going to do? G-Funk, ask me how many people the flu killed in the last 12 months.
Man, I think probably about the same, if not more.
10,000.
Yeah, it's the flu is no joke, man.
100,000 people got the flu, and 10,000 of them died.
Yeah.
Okay, that is insane. Okay. I could be off on the numbers, but so they're canceling the fight because of the coronavirus. Okay, fair enough. I don't want the fight in fucking China anyway.
China, yeah,
that was a
weird.
Stupid spot to have the fight anyway. Okay, where's fucking Postal from?
Yeah, Ukraine, right?
Ukraine.
From Ukraine.
Oh, let's get a Ukraine fighter, right? And let's get a dude from Cali. And let's have them fight.
Fight in China.
China. Come on. Okay.
Oh man, that's crazy. And that was a huge disappointment, man, because I couldn't remember if he was fighting on the 8th or the 1st of February. So
Man.
Friday comes around the 31st, and I'm looking on my phone. I'm like, I know there's fights coming up. I'm looking and I see, Jose Ramirez. Hell yeah.
China.
Postponed due to the coronavirus. I'm like, shit, man. All you had to do is pack some Modelo's and you'll be all right, bro. Like,
I thought Corona was a sponsor. What the fuck's going on over here?
Right. Bring some Tecate instead, bro.
Dude, I bet you they told him, oh no, man, we can't go over there, bro. They got Coronas. Like what? Like shit. Let's go now. Fuck.
Yeah, we're there.
But man, let me tell you something, bro.
So have you heard anything about? Because I know they said they postponed.
I don't get postponed. That's what I know. But
so they're gonna fight eventually, right?
Look, to be honest with you, bro, and it's what I wanted to. Like, he'll beat the shit out of Postal. I'm just telling you that right
now. Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm not. Postal will put up a fight for like about. I'll give him like 5 rounds. You know what I mean? And then Ramirez will take over, bro. But that's what I think. I'm ready to see Jose Ramirez fight Taylor right now.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. Why not? Both guys are unified champions. There's 4 major belts in the division. Both guys got 2 of them. Let's get undisputed, man. Let's get this thing on. Let's see who is the man, who is the cream of the crop at 140. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it, man. And I like Ramirez. I support Ramirez. He doesn't live far from me. So, of course, I'm going to be riding with him during that fight. But, again, you don't see G-Funk talking about, whoa, D-Style, whoa. What do you mean fight Taylor, bro? Let's take it easy, bro. Like why we got to fight Taylor, bro? Hell no, man. G-Funk says, let's get this thing on, man. I want to see it. I want to see who's the best guy in that division. I want to see one guy have all the belts. That's what I like to see in the sport, man. I don't want to hear no excuses, man. I love that.
Yeah, man. But by the way, dude, like I see dudes on here like, I ain't gonna take no shot. I ain't never gotten sick for no flu. Bunch of bullshit. And then same dudes. Oh man, I bought myself some masks for the coronavirus, bro. Okay, Lysol put that it could fight against the coronavirus. That just shot up the roof, bro.
Yeah,
they started buying that shit.
Hey, good time to invest in Lysol right now.
For a virus that killed like 200 people worldwide. Okay. Like
mostly in China, right? I think like 170.
Oh my God. It reached Europe. Like, calm the fuck down, people. Right?
I've seen people say things like, don't pop your bubble wrap because it was from China. The air is from China.
Here's the deal, no Paul. Okay. I want to see proof. If I believe that's what you guys are talking about, but I want to see concrete, like show me proof that Charlo ducked Canelo. Like I want to see the contract, the amount that was. I want to see all that.
Right, me too. I'm not just gonna go off what Oscar says, man. That's too easy.
But Oscar De La Hoya said, okay. Oscar De La Hoya said a lot of things.
He sure did.
Oscar De La Hoya said that wasn't me. What do you mean, Oscar? We're looking at the pictures. It wasn't me.
I seen you. That wasn't me.
I seen you in the corner. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I saw you in pantyhose. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. I saw you with the spatula.
I was butt naked with a spatula. You know what I mean? It wasn't me. You know what I mean? So Oscar said a lot of things. Like in all seriousness, Oscar said a lot of things. Oscar came out and said that. What did he say? That he said Manny Pacquiao's punches and Mosey's punches felt very similar.
Yeah.
And Vargas, that they all felt the same. The punches. That's how he knew. He suspected Pacquiao was on steroids. Now, granted, we can have an argument all day whether or not we think Pacquiao was on steroids or not. But that aside, man, ain't nobody believing that. Okay, what are you talking about? Oscar has said a lot of things, right? Oscar has said, no, I'm not going to go do coke. What are you talking about? Powder on his nose.
Oscar said, I'm clean and sober. And we see a TMZ interview, this guy stumbling out the bar into his boss.
It wasn't me. Wasn't you. At least Chavez Jr. didn't tell us it wasn't him when those whores fucking robbed him in the hotel. At least he was honest, right? So that's it. Ramirez, Postal. First of all, how do you see that fight, G-Funk? Because it looks like they're going to do it one way or another. But how do you think that fight goes?
I'm sorry, man. My end kind of cut out. What'd you say? Can you repeat that?
Actually, before we finish with Jose Ramirez, we need to address this. No Paul says all should always say it, and that should be enough. Come on, bro. What? So
Oscar's word is gold, man. His word is gold.
You hate him, but when it comes to Oscar De La Hoya is one of my, as far as a fighter, is one of my favorite fighters of all time. Okay, but I'm just saying, show me the proof. But when it comes to potential fights, he's pretty reliable, way more than whatever Charlo says. Let's not play the game of who do we believe. I just want to see the proof.
It's very simple.
If he showed me proof and I see that, oh my God, fucking Charlo turned down $8 million to fight Canelo, I'll be the first one to come out and be like, holy shit, he should have taken that fight. I want to see the proof. Oh, they could show the proof, 92 AKU. They could show it. Ain't no mistake about that. Okay. AJ 10, if Chris Mannix had the info, he could tell you the proposed date and venue of the fight. So Max Kellerman gets to see it, but nobody else gets to see it. I mean, not Max Kellerman. Chris Mannix. I'm just saying, see the proof, bro. No, just because Canelo. No, Oscar De La Hoya saying it is not the end all, be all. Okay. You know.
I agree.
So, all right, everybody. Oscar De La Hoya's word is gospel. Okay.
It's gold, bro. The word's gold.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. At the end of the day, what are you gonna do? All right.
If boxing was set up the way other major sports are set up, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, man. None of this shit would be happening. But you know.
Yeah, you're right. Jose Ramirez, Postal. How do you see that, G-Funk?
Well, I would have picked Ramirez to win that fight. I honestly think he probably stops Postal probably late because I think Postal's got a little bit of a awkward, tricky style. You know, he likes to move a little bit. So I think it might take Ramirez, a few rounds to, kind of get with the program, start cutting the ring off. We know he's good at that. He's good at closing distance on guys. He throws tremendous body shots, mixes up, throws a lot of punches. I really like Jose Ramirez. I think he would stop Postal for sure. Hopefully this fight happens soon, man, because I want to see him back in there after his big win against Maurice Hooker, which was, by the way, one of my favorite fights last year. That was a hell of a fight.
Hell of a performance. You know what I mean?
To go in his backyard and win like that, that was huge.
Texas, bro. He did it. Like he did in Dallas, Texas, what the Cowboys can't do. You know what I mean? Like he went in there. The dudes from Dallas not doing their thing. It's just a common thing. The only dude that could win in Dallas is Virgil Ortiz, bro, and Errol Spence. That's it. But in all seriousness, Jose Ramirez, bro. I've always said this, and I've stuck by this. Okay, and I've stuck by this. Taylor beats Prograis. Ramirez beats Taylor. Prograis beats Ramirez. Now, in saying that, I've always said these are all close fights. And I have to be honest, even though I predicted Taylor to win the fight, G-Funk, I actually scored it for Prograis, but it could have gone either way, right? And the fight was over there in the UK, so if it's close, who do you think is going to win more often than not, right?
Of course.
So I'm not trying to make excuses or anything. It's just a reality. But I think Ramirez is all bad for Taylor, right? But what do you think about that fight?
Man, I agree with you, man, 100% on that. And I had it the same way. I predicted Taylor. I predicted Taylor to win that fight. but I scored it for Prograis
Right.
in a close fight. And again, like you said, we always know, again, boxing has these hidden rules. You know, you fight in some guy's hometown, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt in a close fight. Not to say that he didn't earn it or deserve it. I mean, it could have went either way. It was that close to me, but I just feel like Prograis won it.
You know, and this is true in a lot of sports, by the way. Like when you play in a certain home court or whatever, it's just that perception that, you know, they're home cooking, you know what I mean? But in boxing, when it comes to judging, it's just it's a thing. You know what I mean?
It's awful, yeah.
Yeah, because we used to have Sacramento King fans crying about how the Lakers got favorable calls and all that other stuff. You know?
Hey, all I'm going to say is this, man. Game 6, you guys are about to get eliminated. 27 foul shots in that fourth quarter, man. Hey, I'm just going to put it out there, you know. Just putting it out there. Right? But no, I think Ramirez does beat Taylor in a close fight. I hope it's not over in the UK. I hope it's at a neutral site so we can get, you know, because again, this is a big fight, man. This is for undisputed at 140 pounds. So let's get this thing on. Let's fight in a neutral stadium or neutral arena, city, whatever, and let's see who the best guy is at 140. Man, I want to see it. I'm gonna roll with my guy Ramirez. But Taylor's good, man. That dude is damn good. And he showed me a lot in that Prograis fight, even though I felt like he lost it. I felt like he fought very well. He showed some toughness, and that was something I didn't think he had. But hey, man, I agree with you, Kelly. Bring that shit to Fresno, man, because I will be there if that fight happens in Fresno, man. Me and my wife will drive down there, and we will be in that stadium that night for that fight. That would be electric, man.
So we're gonna have a Cali Chief Funk connection over there, or something. You know what I mean?
Hey, if it's there, man, let's go, Cali. I'll meet you up there, man.
Look, man, at the end of the day, guys, I know that the Charlo Canelo thing, I promise you we'll talk a lot more about that, okay? More information will come out. We'll see where that goes. But at the end of the day, all right, promoters are not good sources, guys, okay? Like I say this to Eddie Hearn people. I say this to anybody who believes everything Bob Arum says. And you just can't always go by what they say. I mean, come on. You think Oslo is going to come out and say that they're the ones that avoided the fight? He's the promoter, bro. That's like, you know what that sounds like? That's like asking a Republican senator if he thinks Donald Trump didn't do it. Okay. Well, the senator is a senator, okay? He is a man of class, and you shall believe what he says. Okay, let's keep decorum. Let's keep decorum. Let's believe what he says. Okay, no, all right, come on, bro. Like even if Canelo ducks somebody, De La Hoya's not going to come out and say that. Understandably so. He's his promoter, bro. And I'm not even saying Canelo ducked him right now. But what I'm saying is you're claiming that because De La Hoya said that Charlo ducked him. Now we have to take his word by gospel.
Right.
You know? Come on.
And I hate to say things like fighters ducked fighters. Like, don't get me wrong. We see fights not happen for certain reasons, but I believe most of the time it's not because of the fighters. I believe most of the time it's because of the promoters. You know, they don't want to lose money. Do I think that Canelo's afraid of Charlo? Like he's scared to death? I'm like, oh my God. Every time someone says the word Charlo, I shake, you know, like, no, I don't believe that.
Es una niña fresa, bro. Come on. Ahí viene la niña fresa. Se llama Canelo. Tan, 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 tan. Denle dinero. Sí, sí. Tiene confianza. No. But anyway, but Chifa, check it out, bro. You guys are tuning into Hispanics Causing Panic. Who's down with HCP? Yeah, you know me. Let me tell you, man. Okay, everybody, check it out. Right now we're talking about a Mexican fighter, bro. Mexican-American fighter, Jose Ramirez, bro. Right? You guys still stuck? We already gave Canelo like a 30-minute segment. Okay, but look. Jose Ramirez beats Josh Taylor, in my opinion. He keeps him on his back foot, and I think a lot of the power from Josh Taylor's punches will not be there. He'll force him in exchanges, and of course, Josh Taylor will be dangerous in those exchanges. But not only do I think G-Funk that Jose Ramirez beats Josh Taylor, he could potentially stop him late in that fight. I think I'm not saying he will, but it's very possible he could stop Josh Taylor with all that pressure, right? That California state pressure, all right? How do you see it, G-Funk?
Yeah, there is a sense of pressure when you fight, in your hometown. Not only that, it could be very distracting for some guys, especially a big fight like this. Like, this is a big fight, man. Again, we're talking about undisputed. We got 4 world titles on the line. I mean, the media is going to be all over this guy. Not only that, but new people, new friends, all these things, you just got to find a way to block all that out and focus on the task at hand, and try to get the job done, man. But I think that you're right with Ramirez. I think he will put a lot of pressure on Taylor. If he could keep him moving and punching, again, that's going to take power off of anybody's shots, not just Josh Taylor's, but anybody. And I think he will get him to succumb to the pressure eventually, man. Because, I mean, Ramirez, he might not be the flashiest type style like a Prograis or Taylor, but he is quick, man. I think his hand speed is a little underrated. He throws a lot of punches. And again, the footwork, man. I love to look at guys' footwork, especially guys that like to come forward and be aggressive like Jose Ramirez, man. Footwork is very important with these dudes. And all the guys that are really good at that kind of style have good footwork and to cut off the ring for guys that like to move around. And I think Jose Ramirez can beat him, man. I think honestly, man, he's tough. He's got a good chin. He's got good power. He throws a lot of shots. I mean, he's going to be a problem for anybody. I'm not saying he's going to beat everybody that he's in there with, but I think whatever fight he's in, he's going to be in that fight. He's going to be in it for sure.
Let me propose this. Regis Prograis versus Jose Ramirez. Who wins that fight?
I would slightly favor Prograis, just slightly. But again, the thing with Prograis, and we saw this in the Taylor fight, is where he gets caught the most is when he's right there on the inside with guys, And, Ramirez, you're giving him all the opportunity in the world right there, So, again, man, I think that in exchanges, man, I think Jose Ramirez probably could beat just about anybody in that division if you give him a chance in the exchange, Now, if you're going to, box and move around, and if you could avoid him for 12 rounds straight, that could be done too. But I even with that, I still think that he's got good enough stamina and throws enough punches at guys. And, I think that he could be competitive with anybody in that division. But I think that's a good fight, man. I would favor Prograis just slightly, but, I think Ramirez hangs with anybody in that division.
And Jose Ramirez has passed Prograis, man. That's a hell of a fight, bro. I'll tell you, Kelly, you can't count out Prograis, bro. Like, a lot of people count him out, bro. Don't count him out. I'm just telling you that right now. Dude's going to come back. I think he's going to come back with a vengeance. I really do. And he might beat Taylor in the rematch, to be honest with you. But we'll see, of course. Jose Ramirez beats Prograis as they did 10. We will see. We'll see. All right. One last topic, G-Funk. I just thought about this while we're talking. This guy right here, man.
Oh.
A lot of people just want to pretend Luis Ortiz doesn't exist anymore. They're calling him old, and it's funny. People making up ages. Like, I know it's funny. Like, it's like a lot of people joke about how he's 50 years old and and shit like that. Oh, he's 48 years old, and he's 60, and he was fighting back in the day when Ali was fighting, and they like to say all these things, but nobody wants to get in the ring with this guy. Wilder got in the ring with him, but
2 times. Yeah.
But Dillian White's like, he's too old. I don't want to fight an old man. You know what I mean? He's concerned about old dudes all of a sudden, right? Even though he just fought wasn't Walk 40 and Moron Watch and fucking Povetkin is old as shit, way past his fucking prime, but nobody wants to fight Luis Ortiz, bro. And in a show that highlights Latino fighters, I want to highlight him really quick. What do you think, man? Luis Ortiz, is he gonna get a shot at some point against somebody?
Man, I certainly hope so, man. I've said this before on this show and many times on my own channel. The Cuban fighters have a special place in my heart, man. I really like their style of fighting. A lot of people think it's amateurish. I mean, of course it is, because these guys fight a lot of amateur fights. That's all they have over there in Cuba. It's not until they come here to the pro ranks that, obviously they're not amateurs anymore. But the thing that I like with those Cuban fighters is that they don't waste a lot of shots. They know how to make their shots land and make them land cleanly so that the judges see them. Again, that goes back to the amateur experience that these guys have. And they're difficult styles to fight, man. I think that's why you see a lot of these guys not getting fights like the Laras. It took him a lot to get Canelo in the ring. He had to jump up on the podium to call this guy out in front of the media. You've seen a lot of guys duck Rigo. He had to jump up 2 weight classes. Now we see people ducking a guy who they say is 50 years old. The only guy that's not ducking him is Wilder. And Wilder got in the ring and beat him twice, stopped him twice. And again, no shame in that, because I think Wilder's the best guy in the division. But I would like to see him get another shot, man, with somebody. Hey, Andy Ruiz, why not? Why not, man? I think it would be a nice fight.
He's been trying to fight Povetkin since 2014. And here's the thing about Luis Ortiz, right? Like, I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers out there, a lot of YouTube channels out there, doing videos about how to justify the Dillian White fighting Povetkin, Povetkin's a gold medalist. Luis Ortiz was just an alternate in the Olympics. A lot of motherfuckers were alternates in the Olympics.
Right.
Andy Ruiz didn't even make the Olympics. He made an Olympic team in Mexico, but he was in the trials, but he didn't make the Olympics. What did that even fucking mean? Most of these fuckers were never shit like that in the Olympics. What are you guys even talking about? And then they talk about his pro record. Look, how do you want him to fight somebody if nobody fights him? It makes no sense. You know how he could get – there's only one way he can get Dillian White on his resume. He has to fight him. There's only one way he can get, Povetkin on his resume. He has to fight him. And he's been ranked for a while. You're right. And Cali says he's been trying to fight Povetkin since 2014.
He's been trying to get a lot of guys in the ring.
Oh, no, but Luis Ortiz, he just fought Moron Watch. Dudes are still fighting Hellenius and shit. Hellenius, bro. Like, are you Sam
Moron
Peter? Fury fought Sam fucking Peter. Are we serious right now?
The Nigerian Nightmare.
Yeah. Man, this has been a great Hispanics versus Causin Panic February 5th edition. 8CP number 1. Who's down with 8CP, Chifa? Are you down with 8CP? Chifa, you there?
You know me.
All right, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Everybody. Yeah, I can hear you now. If you think Ortiz is old, get in the ring with him. Do you know what it would do, like, for a dude right now? A lot of these guys, like who's that Polish dude again? The guy that fought Areola?
Kawanaki?
Why didn't you get in the ring with this guy?
Hey, yeah. That
do you know what it would do for if you go in there like, oh, he's old? Look, watch. Wilder ain't that good. Let me show you that this guy ain't shit. You go in there, you knock out Ortiz in 2-3 rounds, like dominate him, just destroy him.
Hey, he could
talk it down.
He could get the winner of the Wilder Fury off of that. Probably.
You know how many YouTubers will come out and be like, "See, they'll pump you up if you win that fight. So fight them."
Yeah,
simple as that.
I agree, man. And this is exactly why boxing, the way that it's ran and the way that these fighters are ranked, it's crap, man. It's just crap. This guy, man, I don't know, man. I could go on and on about it, man, but
he can't fight him. He just lost to Wilder. Molina fought Wilder and fucking. So Molina gets to fight Wilder and Joshua, but this guy can't. Like what's going on over here?
Right.
When I could turn on the Ortiz fight, of course he did, and they justify it. They say he's old, and they laugh about it. A lot of these channels, oh, he's 60 years old. Well, why would anybody want to fight an old man? Like, okay, and fight him then. What's the big deal?
Get in there and knock him out.
But with that said, G-Fun, this has been a great, great show. Thanks to everybody that joined us live. Give us your final thoughts, G-Fun, and tell everybody where they could find you.
Yeah, man, it was a great show. I appreciate you having me on, and a start of a new thing that we got here, the Hispanics Causing Panic. A little rough start to the show, but we got through it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining. We had a real active chat tonight, and I always like that, man. I like to hear other people's opinions and stuff like that. So shout out to everyone in the chat. You can follow me on Twitter at gfunky84. If you aren't subscribed to me here on YouTube, I'm gfunky84 boxing right here on YouTube. You can subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button tonight. And thanks for joining us, man. I had a great time, man. Let's see these fights we're talking about, man. Hopefully they come through, man.
Exactly. This is Hispanics Causing Panic. Once again, shout out to Kenneth Johnson, E. Woodson, A-Rod. What's going on, guys? We appreciate for those that came in midway through the show. Make sure you check out the beginning of the show on archive for the baby nuts of the week, and do not forget to throw a jab at the like button. It does, after all, set everything up. This is D-Style Boxing. Esto es boxeo. Keep it boxing. We're out.